ahead and pull up a new property. It's going to be a condo. And like always, I just want to remind you whenever you're going into a new search, just make it a habit to always reset your search so that you're not old data is screwing up your new search. Okay. All right. So let me go ahead and pull this property up. Old data. So just plug in the address number and nothing else, and it pulls up your 7 matches. And right here is the property I'm after. So I'm going to zero in on this property complex. So again, with condos, we're focused on the complex itself. All right, so this is our complex here. So I'm going to first start off and see if I can find comps within this complex. If I can't, then I'll go ahead and expand out to some other areas, but obviously we want to find them within here. So let me just go back to the criteria. I do want to look at 90 days. The first thing I would probably do is bump back the days to like 120 or 160 days before I expand out of the complex. But then I just get rid of the address and see how many properties pop up. I don't check anything here. So again, like with single family, we're always narrowing down to single family. But with condos and townhouses, we leave this unchecked because a lot of times real estate agents misclassify condos and townhouses. So if you check something, it may take away something from your search here. So just leave this unchecked because we already know that we have this complex selected and everything in here is going to be a condo. So no matter if the realtor misclassifies it or not, we already know that we've got it all in there. So so we don't have to worry about checking anything here because we're right into the complex. And again, we're not worried about square footage either. We're just going to look at everything. All right, so we're going to pull this up. And the subject property that we're looking at is this 900 square foot house right here, or this condo. Sold for 160. And let's see if we can classify it real fast. Let's get inside this house. So to me, it's a little more than a carpet and paint job. I can't see the kitchen. I'm going to assume, oh, here's the kitchen. Okay. That's probably a carpet and paint. That kitchen's pretty nice, stainless steel. So that's a carpet and paint. I would classify that as a 1. It does have popcorn ceilings, and the flooring looks a little messed up. You know what? I'm going to move that into a 2. This flooring is pretty rough. So we're probably going to have to put some new flooring down. So I'm going to move this as a class 2. All right. So let's go back to our criteria and look at the comps here. So here's a high sold. There's an active. We don't look at active generally speaking. Let's take a look at this. This one's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. Ours is interesting. It's a 1-bedroom, 2-bath. But it's bigger. So that's weird. I wonder why that is. But we're going to go with this 2-2 right now because it's a little bit smaller. So we're definitely, I'm thinking I might move it into a 3 if they have a layout issue. So not a great comp. This is also very dated, right? So let's expand this out a little bit. 140 days. Does that give us anything more? It gives us one more comp. Now we're going to have to discount this comp a little bit because in this current market, pricing has been moving down. So 442. That's ours. That's the one we just looked at. So not a great comp either. We know that if we fix ours up, it's going to sell for a little bit more than these because these are not very well dated, or they're not very well updated. So let's move this out a little bit further. Let's go to 180. What does that give us? 6. One more. All right. Did we already look at this one? I think so. So just not a lot of data to work off of here. So I might go ahead and expand out just a little bit to see if I can find anything else. But I'm kind of thinking around that 260 mark because I know ours is going to be a little bit better than this. So let's take a look at the complex just to see what we got over here. And nothing over here is really giving me much more to work with, right? So let's just take a look at the results. So our highest solds are in these 240s. So we're probably gonna have to stick with this 240 mark, unfortunately. Um, Even though these aren't fixed up, but when they go to appraise it, they're gonna have to use this. So yeah, if you can't find a completely fixed up property, then you really kind of forced to use the value that you have. You might be able to push it a little bit. We might be able to sell it for 250, 255, and the lender may cover it, but for the most part, I think we're just going to run with this kind of this 245 mark, and that's kind of be our ARV.